Hello everybody, welcome back to Immerse. Today we have a new activity, and this is an activity that children completely love. We are gonna be baking banana bread. Since this is not a cooking show, I'm not gonna be able to show you guys the final product, but I'm gonna show you some good tricks that you can implement with your children in other recipes. The material that I have right here in front of me is thought for children 3 to 4 years old. But I also have some variations that I'm gonna be showing you for older children that can do this activity in a more advanced level. This activity is gonna develop order, following a process, and a sense of care for others, because they're gonna feel so happy to be making something that they can provide and contribute to the family. I'm gonna show you my ingredients right now that I have on this tray. So before I go any further, on this tray I have the prepared ingredients, but I'm gonna also be reaching to some kitchen tools that I have them next to me, because that's the way I have set those tools. But you guys may have a little drawer or a lower shelf on your kitchen when you only have those items that you know your child is gonna access to them when he or she is baking. So I have here pre-measured ingredients, because your child needs to be able to just mix them, because he or she is a young child. So I have the flour that I need. I have brown sugar. I have the bananas that I'm gonna be using, the eggs my child is gonna be using, melted butter. In this little container I have mixed the baking soda and the salt. Now, these two are especially interesting to children. Here I just have some vanilla, and this process is not just about getting the bread done. Really take advantage of the process. This is a beautiful opportunity to get to smell with your child, let them know that it's the smell of vanilla, and let them try whatever is okay to try. This one is some cinnamon, the same, they can smell it. And as you see, I save empty containers so I can then refill just with the precise amount they need for this activity. So a couple of things, of course they have everything ready so they can just mix it. But there are a couple of things that you are gonna wanna teach your child so he or she is successful doing this activity. First, you are gonna teach your child, you are gonna mix the liquid or moist ingredients in one bowl and the dry ingredients in another bowl. For that, you need to have, I'm sorry if I'm being a little too loud moving things around. For that, you need to have available for your child 2 bowls. And he or she's gonna have one for dry ingredients and one for wet ingredients. After your child mixes everything, then separately, then he or she can put the wet ingredients inside of the dry and have the final mix. Another important tool your child needs to have is a container where he or she can put the skin of the bananas and the eggs, because all of a sudden he or she's not gonna know what to do with those things. So you are gonna want to show your child very specifically and precisely what you expect from them. And there are some ingredients, that are not as obvious where are they gonna go. So for example, the banana, is this a dry or is this a wet ingredient? So we are gonna show the child how to peel the banana, and we are gonna have the tool, and of course we're gonna do this a lot slower than I'm gonna do it right now. And we are gonna offer the child, have available the tool to smash the bananas. And so then we can show him or her how to smash the banana and explain to the child that since the banana is now smashed, it has some of the moist of the fruit inside, this one is gonna be mixed with the wet ingredients. So that is gonna be an important step for you. Now, the other important thing, depending on the age and what the ability of your child, you can have the eggs already beaten in some kind of jar, but also you can take the time and have the tools to show your child how to open an egg. And so you are gonna show your child how to hit it. If you have to do it several times, it's okay, but don't do it as hard as you would usually do it, because if you do it very slowly and softly, that is the motion that they're gonna copy. And then very intentionally you show them, and you can even tell them how on each side of the little hole you are gonna open it. And of course, if when they do it, some pieces of the shell go inside, just naturally show them how to take it out. And since the recipe calls for beaten eggs, you again have available the tool that they need and show them. As adults, we would do it super fast, but because they don't have that control of movement yet, show them, oh, I wanna break the egg and move it around. And this one is also gonna go with our wet ingredients. So we have those tools for our children. And so when they already have all the wet ingredients, the dry ingredients, they are gonna put them together. Again, have a tool available in your kitchen that your child can use to do the final mix. Very, very slowly. So I'm just gonna give you guys a little example of how that would look just with some of my ingredients, since I didn't mix all of them. Then I'm just gonna do some of them. And remember, here again, every time you open and close a container, just remember our gluing exercise, how we did it. That's the way you want to show your children. Same, any container that they need to open, show them how to open them and how to close them. In this kind of container, the click shows you that it's closed. Let your child know that. So let's say those are all my dry ingredients, and then I'm gonna have all my wet ingredients as well. You can have a little bucket that is gonna be next to your child's space where he or she's gonna put everything that is dirty, so it's easier to transport to the kitchen later. So we are gonna do all our liquid ingredients, as even when your child is used to see the butter in a stick, let them know now that it's melted, it's gonna be part of the wet ingredients. And show your child how you mix separately the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients. Like here, I'm not very prepared because I only have one, so I have to use the same one for my dry ingredients. It's not a big deal. If that happens to you, just still mix them separately, and then you add the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. I know you guys may say, okay, why don't we just put everything in a bowl? It's really interesting for children to see the consistency of both kind of ingredients, and then mix very, very slowly and see how it is taking the form of the banana bread mix. So for them, this is really amazing transformation. Now they're gonna need to put it in their baking dish. So again, I'm gonna have it available for them. Gonna move this since we already used all these ingredients. So for this step, I'm gonna have a little oil and a brush. I need to teach my child I don't want the bread to stick in the pan. And same, if you have some spray, a kind of butter or something, that is okay. But this is also an opportunity for the child to hold this brush as he or she would hold the pencil, and then move around and need concentration and order to observe what sides of the pan already look oil and which ones still need some. And then from here, the child is gonna be able to move the mix inside. If you feel your child is too young or your bowl is too heavy to do this movement, you guys can have a spoon and then they can transfer it like this. And again, he is developing that motor skills and at the same time keeping everything inside of the bowl. Okay? And I know we are not gonna be comfortable with 3-year-old children going and manipulating the oven, so plan yourself. Depending on your space, let your child know, okay, when you are done, you can open the door of the oven or you can leave it on this table. Whatever you guys decide is the sign that when this baking tray is there, that means it's ready to bake. So you can take care of the baking part. Now, let's talk about the older children. Some children that have had practice with these kind of activities, cooking with you guys, they are able to read either words or drawings. So I love to create this kind of recipes. So don't worry if you don't see it right now really well, because I am going to include this exact page by the end of the video. So again, you see I tried to beautify it for children so it's attractive. You are gonna see that I have some drawings as well, so if they don't follow the full letter, the full wording, they can see, okay, 2 cups of flour, they can see how many bananas, they can see everything they need. So older children, you guys can have a couple of these recipes and the available ingredients and tools, and they can actually read it, measure it on their own, and do this process without having to have the ingredients pre-measured. I know this activity was a little longer than the other one that we have had, but believe me, this is gonna become very easy for your children and they are going to absolutely love it. When you guys are completely done, just show them one thing at a time, how to clean it or how to put it away where you expect him or her to leave it for you to give it the final clean. And please don't be shy. If you have questions, email me, leave comments. You know, this is not as specific and you don't see the final result, so just ask me any question that you have. Also, I hope you enjoy the activity. Follow my channel for more activities. Check my site, follow me on social media, and stay with me. I'm coming back with more activities.